center. Game plan sick, target under the weather. You know what we doing? I need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like with Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Kerry. I'm the cold truth, Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything movie, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Basket Robin shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Everything on me. Yeah, tell him Bogart scot-free. Lottie-dottie. Like to potty. Fuck with blow shoot, trolling 5 Molly. Heard I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips, moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over, made it far, cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on the cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke, then you can't talk. Play a never-ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all pussies getting scraped pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, ma, no hands, telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.
Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome to episode 6, season 2 of the Chargers Power Hour. Thank you for joining me. Let me shout out to chat. Hey, Bolts Blitz. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out, salute, Derek. So, yeah, thank you for all joining me. Thank you, JD, for backstage. I appreciate you. JD, you want to hit that Neon Peacock merch address? Channel and the sponsor neonpeacockmerch.com. As I said before we get into today's episode, you can head on over to Neon Peacock Merch. You can get your Lightning Lad shirts, Jen Wells shirts. There's several shirts over there. I know Peacock put a lot of designs up there. I mean, we're talking about custom t-shirts, hoodies, hats, coffee mugs, drinkware, pillows, framed artwork. If you can't wear it, you can't put it on your wall. Hey, man, it's pretty good stuff. And also, Peacock does have a sale going on right now till the 26th of this month. It's $13.99 tees and 40% off site-wide. So head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com and take full advantage of the large, big Memorial Day sale till the 26th. And it ends at 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time on this 26th. So head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. No. Welcome to season 2, episode 6 of the Chargers Power Hour again. What's up, everybody? JD, you want to pull up that wonderful schedule? Oh, thank you. All righty. Well, we got our schedule. Let me break it down. Well, we start off with the Cardinals at home, and then we get the Raiders next. And then our schedule starts to get busy. We get the Bills away at the Bills, at the Seahawks, then home to the Broncos, then the Chiefs, then we get a bye in week 7. And then we get the Rams, Texans, then away at week 10 to the Ravens on Monday Night Football, then the Jets at home, then we go Sunday Night Football to the Patriots, week 12, then to the Bucks, then to the Raiders, then home to the San Francisco Bang Bang Niner Gang, and at home on Thursday Night Football. Then we go to the Dolphins, then home to the Chiefs. Then we end the season with the Denver Broncos. The schedule, it's a tough one. I ain't going to lie. First 2 games, it's a kind of cupcake. But when you get from week 3 to 10, as I was watching the Bold Splits the other night, and they broke down the schedule there, it's a brutal schedule. But you know what? It's a schedule we've dealt. It's tough, but I think we have a team. This year, I think we have depth on the offensive line. We have Mike McDaniel. We have a healthy Hampton coming back. We have Rashawn Slater coming back. Joe Alt coming back. So to me, there's not really excuses. It's next man up. Let's get this tonight. I think it's going to be – I'm going to say it right now. What do I have for a prediction? I said I'd say it last week. I'm going to say floor is 12-5. I'm going to say 12-5 is a ceiling and floor is 11-6. We've done 11-6 the past 2 seasons, so to me, we're right there. But if we stay healthy, I think anything is possible this year. So that's what I think is going to be a record. I broke it down, looked at it. It's a tough schedule. But as I said, if we can stay healthy, I like our shot this year. That's just my take, and that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be a wonderful day. But if I break down this schedule, the season opens against the Cardinals and the Raiders. There's 2. I'm not going to say take for granted games, but there are 2 games on the schedule that we can open up the season with W's. That's how I look at it, this one. You got the Cardinals, but then you got a divisional rival in this game too. The Raiders are rebuilding. They re-upped their whole line and their team. They had a lot of nice additions, and we're going to see Kirk Cousins. We're not going to see Mendoza part of the first game, but we'll see. What up, King? Shout out to King D, Rams fan. Hey, King, I got you on that schedule, man. I'm looking forward, and when that time comes, that we'll work on that, man. But no, the Cardinals and the Raiders' first 2 games, it's going to be interesting. The Cardinals are rebuilding. The Raiders are rebuilding. I'm not taking these games for granted, but hey, it's the schedule we got. But come on, you got to get Josh Allen and Justin Herbert week 3. Now that's going to be some exciting football, and it's in the new Buffalo Stadium. So I think it's going to be a hell of a game on the road, a hostile environment. But hey, next man up, it's going to be fun. Yeah, King, I'll give you a couple days in advance notice with questions. I'm looking forward to having you on, buddy. It's going to be fun. And we go back and forth via text messages, but we've never done it with football, but it's going to be kind of fun. It's, as you say, it's the Rams' house, but it's also the Chargers' house. But unfortunately right now, y'all can claim it's your house. You got a title hanging up there, so I can't say anything right now on that. But no, it's going to be fun. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, week 3. What more can you ask for? I thought that would be a primetime game, to be honest with you. 2 great young quarterbacks. I think it's going to be a shootout. This is where, turned into a monster. Traveling to Buffalo in their new stadium to face Josh Allen, one of the toughest assignments in football is the Buffalo Bills. Offensive-wise, but am I sold on their offense? Not really. Josh Allen, yes, but when it comes to his offensive weapons, I'm not really saying, hey, that's a good. But then again, that's why they play. It's going to be fun. The atmosphere in that Bills stadium, it's not going to be their first game. Their first home game is against Detroit, so basically but I think the Chargers can steal this game, to be honest with you, in week 3 against the Buffalo Bills. I'm not sold on that Bills defense. I really not. Yes, you got a hell of a juggernaut in Josh Allen, but that Bills defense is not really that I feel. I think that is a winnable game. It can go either way, but I feel the Chargers are going to come out top on that one. This is why the schedule – as I said, I don't know why it wasn't scheduled for a primetime game, especially being in a new stadium. and I'm going to say it right now, 2 elite quarterbacks. What up, Tino? Yeah. Come on. What's going on, buddy? I hope you're doing good. Long time no talk, man. But no, it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm looking at the Bills game. I'm looking forward to that. I think 2 wonderful quarterbacks. It's going to be fun. And then week 4, we travel to Seattle to take on the world champs. Now, that is going to be a true test. We're talking about a true defense in that Seattle team. Now, that Seattle team did have turnover. They lost their running back to the Kansas City Chiefs. But they didn't. Got a few additions here and there, but Seattle's the world champs. It's not the world champs for nothing. So Seattle is never an easy road trip. The 12s are going to be loud as hell in that stadium. Yeah, man, been chilling too, but I hope you're good. And it's good. Thanks for tuning in and joining. But no, I'm looking forward. That Seattle game is going to be fun. As I said, the 12s are loud. That stadium is going to be rocking. I mean, they're the world champs, and it's in their house, so it's going to be fun. I mean, it's never an easy road trip to Seattle. I mean, no team has it easy. It's always loud. As I said, it's their 12 men. They are loud, and that's one of their biggest home field advantages. Their home field advantage there. I mean, the Chargers' offensive line and the communication will be under pressure all game long. How loud they are. I mean, I've been to baseball games and stuff, but I've never been to a football game. But I've heard it on TV. It's kind of crazy. But to me, it feels like one of the gritty games of the playoff teams that proved that, hey, it's an uncomfortable environment, but we have to get used to that if we want to win that game. But I really do think on this one, do I see us winning? I think we could lose this game. That's where I did think that's one of the losses out there. But then week 5, we get the Denver Broncos, and it's a division game. I'm excited for this game. Division games to me are, hey, weeks 4 to 9 is it. Weeks 3 to 10 is brutal. Yeah, but JD, that schedule is nasty. To me, it's mind-blowing, but hey, the schedule was dealt. But I saw some other teams in our division that got a nasty schedule, but it is nasty, and I'll get to them. I mean, you got Denver. It's a division match. That's a division win we need. And come on, we had Denver first game last year. The second game we rested our starter. I want to take these punks out. I mean, Denver they're the defending AFC West champs. That kudos to them. They won it. Good for them, but it ain't gonna happen this year. I don't think it. JD knows that. He's picking the Chargers, and I'm taking my Chargers. I mean, the Chargers can absolutely not let Denver control the pace or shorten the game. Herbert needs to attack the Denver team aggressively in that game, week 5, because the divisional wins become gold late in the season and in the standings. Because I feel that week 18 game against Denver, when we play them in Denver, is going to possibly could be for the division, just like it was last year. But unfortunately, we rested our starters. And then, not just after Denver, we traveled to Kansas City. So to me, come on, I know we're not gonna. We'll see. We'll probably get to see Mahomes by then. But seriously, will he be the Mahomes that we all know? No, but we know what Mahomes can do with his arm. Yes, he's not going to be there with his legs fully, but his football IQ, it's all there. So to me, another thing is that's not a primetime game. That blew me away too. Chiefs, Chargers, not a primetime game. We always play the Chiefs close in a close game. If it's 3 points or whatnot, it's always a good one. Yeah. Hey, it's all good. Yeah, they went. Yeah, JD, as I said, from week 3 to 10, it's a nasty schedule. But you know what? Hey, I'm looking forward to that Buffalo game. That's going to be a fun one. But hey, when you get 2 elite quarterbacks like that early in the season, that's going to be a testament. After those Cardinals-Raiders game, if we can take that game, which I feel we can take against Buffalo, build on that, and then you go into Seattle, it's going to be a momentum game. But I would like that. It's also a divisional game too. And, Kansas City is never an easy game. But week 6, the weather should be good. It's not going to be too cold. But to me, it's on the road. And Kansas City's never an easy environment. We think Seattle's going to be loud. We know Kansas City's always loud. And it's a divisional match. It's our rival. Kansas City is our rival. So to me, it's going to be a great game. After that, we get our bye week. We get to rest. If we have any hurt players, we get to rest for the next part of the season. But then after that bye, we got King D's Los Angeles Rams in SoFi. So I'm not going to say Rams house, Chargers house. It's in SoFi. where the Super Bowl is this year. So, Battle of the Los Angeles, even though both teams are stadiums are held by both. It's going to be – I mean, I hope the Chargers pack that stadium. I know the Rams are going to do their Ramley things, but come on. We need to pack that stadium. Powder blue. I don't care. It's a blue for the Rams, but it's going to be powder blue. But, I mean, it's bragging rights, too. It's the Battle of L.A. The Rams know – we know who the Rams are. The Rams are who they are. I mean, they were not that far from possibly going to the Super Bowl. So looking at this. I mean, JD, not just on that one just yet, but thanks, man. But I'm going to get to that. But after the Rams, we get to Houston, Texans. Shout out to neonpeacockmerch.com and my buddy Miles Peacock, a diehard Texans fan who has his own Houston huddle and his own YouTube channel. And during the season, when we face the Texans, I will be doing a joint show with Peacock. So we'll break it down. We've done in the playoffs. It was kind of fun. And Peacock knows his Texans. I know my Chargers, but I'll be looking forward to it. But you know what? You look at the Houston Texans. That defense is, to me, I said it last week, this was the best in the league. And they still have that. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter. It is a hell of a team. Shout out to the Houston Texans. But, hey, we're going to see C.J. Stroud again. Hey, I want my rematch. But, hey, Drop Top Savage, thank you for tuning in, my friend. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. And welcome. Brandon, Buffalo week 1. That's a hell of a matchup. Week 1. Shout out to Brandon, another Texans fan. Thank you for tuning in also. Yeah, I saw that in your schedule. Yeah, what's up, Albert? Thank you for tuning in also. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. But, after the Texans, we get the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. We're going to see Jesse Minter, who knows our defense. So, that's going to be a hell of a game. And that's on Monday Night Football. That's going to be fun. I will be bringing on a friend of mine, Callie Factor, who on Facebook, who we always go back and forth. And I saw the Ravens, and I offered him, I said, hey, you want to come on my show? You can talk to your Ravens. And he was a Chargers fan, but when they left San Diego, he became a Ravens fan. Just like my buddy Kidda. When the Chargers left San Diego, he became a Jets fan. Come on, Kidda. You can do better, but it's all good, buddy. I still love you. You're a good friend of mine, but it makes it a lot of fun for us back and forth. But no. Monday Night Football, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. That's going to be theater in its own. I mean, this could be one of the best games of the entire NFL season. Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry also. We're going to see, Jesse Minter, and he's going to be bringing up, that Baltimore defense. We know what he did with the Chargers for a few years, but that Baltimore defense, hey, we shall see what he does. I mean, good luck to him. But I think Jim Harbaugh will be ready. I think Chris O'Leary will have our defense ready also. So I think that's a game. That's going to be a hell of a game. Baltimore adds another, it's going to be a great game, I think, all around. Chargers. But then week 11, hey, Kidda, I know you're out there. Gangrene, we get your New York Football Jets, buddy. Let's go. And the Jets are rebuilding, but I ain't going to take – as I look at – it might be rebuilding, but this also could be a trap game on the schedule. I don't think it's going to be. I think we handle business. But, hey, the Jets are the Jets, and I don't want to take any game for granted or think it's a Cape Cut game. I just want to walk in, take that W, and come out of there healthy. Hey, what's up, Emil? Thank you for tuning in. Hey, King, man, I bring the smoke and I can take the smoke. Not all that do I take it, but most of the time. Other than Herbert, what Chargers player are you excited to watch take the next step? This year, Emil, I'm going to say Hampton to the moon. I have enough Hampton shares in fantasy football this year. I feel with Mike McDaniel, Hampton takes the net. I think he's going to be a top 5 running back in the league. I know Bolt Splits says exactly the same thing on the show. Hampton to the moon this year. He's going to have a hell of a year. He's going to have a healthy offensive line. He's going to have Joe Alt. He's going to have Rashawn Slater. He's going to have a line to protect him. We also got the fullback from Miami. So I think we're going to have a great run game this year. Now, if I talk about another player that I think is going to thrive in this offense this year, I think it's going to be and I think Quentin Johnson's going to thrive in this offense this year too. But I think Lad McConkey, Lad QJ, this offense is going to thrive. And then you got to throw in, we got David Njoku, the tight end, and we got Gadsden. So I really love what we have this year on offense. It's going to be an exciting team to watch. It's going to be a high, powerful offense. In the Mike McDaniel offense, it's going to be a lot of things. So, but to me, the next game after the Jets that stands out to me, and I lived in Massachusetts for 28 years, I have a lot of bragging rights in this game. I mean, they took that game last year. They manhandled us, the Patriots. Sunday Night Football this year is going to be fun. And I know I'll probably bring on my buddy Mark Davis like I did last year. But, man, this one is a big game for me. I got to put up or shut up because I have a lot of friends, a lot of family back home that yeah, Emil, I got so much QJ on my teams. I would love them, but I think I know where you have them. I have so many Chargers players as is. And as the boys know in the GWN, I love my Chargers players, but I can't go all the way because week 7 when we have a bye, I'm going to be like, my team is all powder blue this year. I love QJ in fantasy, but I don't know, man. I got so many of them as is. Lonnie is legit this year. Yeah. O-line, man. Hey, Tino, if that O-line stays healthy, oh, man, I'll be happy. What's this? Tino says, you're a good league. Don't understand. Underestimate. No. He's legit oh, man. I'm excited for this year for having an offensive line and the additions of what we've done to the team. Yo, I think our running back room is great. You got Hampton, Mitchell, and Vidal. That's a 3-headed monster. So to me, yeah, when it comes to fantasy point, yeah, that's going to be But I put the fantasy part aside, and I'm looking at this. Our running back room has never looked this good in a long time. And then after we get New England, we travel to Tampa Bay, and we get the Rooster. We're gonna get Baker Mayfield. So hey, we all in the GWN love Baker Mayfield. So I know Bogey does. I know JD. We're all fans of the Baker, but hey, it's a business trip. We're going to take care of business down in Tampa, but it's going to be a fun game. And then shout out to my buddy Bakes, who's a Raiders fan. And I'm doing my best. I'm saying Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not saying anything hateful. It's going to be the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to be fun. Week 14, late in the season. That's when possibly, if the Raiders are out of contention, I think we see Mendoza. Now, hey, Mendoza, welcome to the jungle because you're going to see Khalil Mack. You're going to see a whole line that's going to be coming for you, Rook. And that's all I know. But then again, it's a rivalry game, too. The Raiders are, they could want to play, I'm not saying beat us, but, hey, they're going to give us a game. As I said, they got a lot of great additions. They got Linderbaum. They got Mendoza. I think all they're lacking is wide receivers over there, to be honest with you. I mean, they got Genty. There's a lot of hype on Genty this year. They want to use him quite a bit. So we shall see what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to any divisional game this year. It's going to be fun. It's going to be physical. Potentially I think it's going to be a physical game. Max Crosby's back. We know what Max is. Max, who knows if Max is going to be there or is he potentially possibly traded too. So there's a lot of things that go. And then after that Las Vegas Raiders game, shout out to my boy Bakes, and I can't wait to see you in Las Vegas, is we have the Bang Niner gang. Oh, those gets me. Shout out to JD backstage, shout out to Bogey, Candlestick, and all the 49 again. We get week 15. We get the 49 San Francisco 49ers. And for me, on the Gen Wealth Net, I hear 1994 all the time about the Super Bowl. Yes, I do. I hear it all the time. But I don't get a Super Bowl here. I do get a 49er Charger matchup. But I get to talk a lot of shit that week. But I have to back that shit up. I talk a lot, too, because I'm going to have 4 or 5 guys on that week. But it's going to be fun. I'll have JD backstage. I'll probably have Bogey on. But I also put an invitation out to the mouth of the Bay. I invited him. I said, hey, if I'm going to get the smoke from Bogey, then I'll take it from 2. So you know what? Sometimes I pick my poison the wrong way. But I wanted to shout out but I know get it from Bogey all the time. Shout out to my man Bogart Scott Free. Check out his music on Apple, Spotify, all platforms. He's got some great music, especially there. But man, that 49er game, you get Brock Purdy against Justin Herbert. You're gonna see Nick Bosa healthy again. Hey, come on. When the 49ers are healthy. Also, Christian McCaffrey. He had a hell of a season last year, but to me, you got to stop McCaffrey and then whatever the 49ers. The 49ers have a great offense. So shout out to the 49er gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. So yeah, Tino. As for the Patriots, I think there's a lot of personally, I don't want to get into all that crap that's going on, but I think there's a lot of distractions for them this year. And do I think they have a regression? I do. I think the Patriots, they had a cupcake schedule as the schedule maker put it out, right, last year. But they have a first-place schedule. I think the Patriots take a step back. Even with A.J. Brown, who we know is probably going to join the Patriots June, possibly, if that happens. Well, they know the front runners, but if it does happen, yeah, it does help them. But I just don't see them with the schedule. I just think they take a step back. I think maybe not. I think I told Mark between 10, 9 or 10 wins. That's what I thought I said the Patriots would get. But hey, I don't know. I mean, I'm not too worried about other teams, but on the schedule, but it is what it is. And after the 49ers, we get the Miami Dolphins in South Beach. It's Mike McDaniels returning to Miami. So that's going to be a homecoming for him. But it'll be a fun game, and I think we take care of business in Miami. I think that's a rebuilding team, a team that's in flux, a team that's as I said, rebuilding, but I think we take the W in Miami. And then week 17, we get Kansas City at home. To me, that is a crucial game. It's a divisional game against our rivals. We swept Kansas City last year. Can we sweep them again this year? Hey, anything is possible, but we know Mahomes is going to be much healed from his injury from when we play in week 6 or something to week 17. So we're going to see Mahomes is probably more mobile and probably playing a lot more smart and a lot better. And then at the end, we'll see what Miami does. They're probably going to have to go out to get a wide receiver because Rashee Rice, we don't know about him. We know he's sitting down for 30 days. But hey, Kansas City's Kansas City. I'm not too worried about them. I mean, I just want to take care of these divisional games, and we'll take care of it. And then, as I said, we end the season at Denver, and I feel that possibly is probably for the division. And I really think that to me, I don't want to come down to what we had last year where we're sitting our players when the division was on the line. I feel we could have taken the division, swept it going 6-0, but Harbaugh felt, hey, let's just rest the players. Did I agree with it? No, because I think I was being selfish as a Chargers fan to going 6-0 in the division. Because the Chargers have never gone 6-0 in the division that I can recall. I don't think ever. But I would have liked to have been first time. And, hey, I'd like to have been last year. But last year's last year, this year's this year. Well, shout out to the Ginger Ninja. What week do we play Dennis this year? We don't get you this year, buddy. I thought we did. We didn't. We got our schedule is there. We don't get the Minnesota Vikings this year. It probably, I don't know, but unfortunately, no, we got you last year, but we're not going to get you this year. Tino, this is what I do think. I mean, I know he's on the hot seat, but to me, it's like, that's got to be a distraction. I mean, saying you're a leader amongst men and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to go into it, but to me, I don't know if I'd be like, okay, whatever, let's just play the game. But that has to be a distraction. And then if it continues, I mean, it could be a distraction. Say, dude, the Patriots move. Hey, let someone coach this year. I thought I was telling Mark David or a couple of people I know in Massachusetts, let someone else coach this year and we're able to take the year off and come back next year. But that's not my worry. But no, I mean, I really, on the final thoughts in the schedule, this schedule is absolutely loaded. I really think it's a loaded schedule. The Chargers are going to be tested by elite quarterbacks, good, solid defenses, brutal road environments, division rivals and playoff caliber teams almost every single week, starting week 3. But if they survive the schedule and come out battle tested, this could become the year the Chargers finally announce themselves as a legitimate AFC contender and much more. Because this schedule doesn't just build pretenders, it builds playoff teams, and that's what I want to be this year, is a playoff team. Not one and done. I want to go into January, also possibly February also. But hey, now, JD, you want to pull up that picture where I said it's a brutal schedule? So, as I said, that nasty schedule, it's nasty. If you look at it, Buffalo, at Seattle, then home to Denver, then at KC, bye week, then Rams, at Houston. I mean, that Houston game is no joke. It's going to be a hell of a game. Another reason why, I don't know why the Houston game is not a prime time game. At that time, could it be? I don't know if we can be flexed at week 9, but I don't know when they can start flexing. That I thought should have been a televised game, but it is what it is. But then they get to Baltimore. But to me, as I said, the Los Angeles Chargers are about to be enter the part of the schedule that could definitely define their entire 2026-2027 season from weeks 3 through week 10. Excuse my dog. But walking straight into I call this a gauntlet of a schedule. It ain't gonna lie. Elite quarterbacks, hostile environments, division battles, playoff caliber every single week from weeks 3 to 10. It's brutal, but it's a schedule we're dealt. And come on, you're talking about Josh Allen in Buffalo, one of the toughest environments to play football. Then in Seattle, two physical AFC battles. I mean, it's gonna be a schedule. To me, I feel this: if we can come out of this stretch right here with 3 or 4 wins, I think I'll be happy. I think any Chargers fan would be happy with 4 wins in this brutal schedule. And if we get those 4, I think we look pretty good going forward in the rest of the season. I mean, this is where we're going to learn who the Los Angeles Chargers really are. Can Jim Harbaugh, physical identity, hold up against playoff teams? I think he can. Justin Herbert's going to be tested. We're going to have to elevate this roster in this stretch like no other. I mean, pressure ramps every single week. The schedule doesn't get easier. It only gets harder. Can our defense survive the constant stress of facing elite offenses week in, week out? Because if the Chargers come out of this stretch alive, as I said, 4-3 or possibly even 5-2, the rest of the NFL is going to have to take them seriously as legitimate contenders. But that's what I'm saying. If we, as I said, 4 to 5 would be a lovely thing, but I think 4 is a reasonable number for me. But if they stumble in this stretch, this season could get away from them very, very fast. And honestly, this stretch feels like an ultimate measuring stick for the Harbaugh era also, I feel. There's no easy weeks. There's no breathers on this schedule. And every game it's going to feel physical. Game feels emotional also, because these opponents they're not easy opponents. But this game is going to be playoff atmosphere week in, week out from 3 to 10. So besides 7 being a bye week, but this is the type of stretch that either hardens the football team, makes it stronger, or it exposes it and exposes for who we are. But I think the way a Harbaugh team is built, strong, it's just going to be fine. But to me, and this type of stretch, I mean, I'd love to hear what people think with this schedule. What do you think the Chargers record is going to be? Hey, I'm all ears. I think, as I said, I think it was going 11-6, 12-5 as a ceiling, 11-6 as a floor. That's my thought. But hey, I'm open to anything, what Chargers fans have to say or whatever. I'm open to all of it on that note. But hey, now not just besides the Chargers having a rough schedule, JD. Yeah. You're trying to get me going, my friend. It's all good. You want to pull up that there you go. Yeah. Well, the NFL did the Chargers dirty. They not just gave us a nasty schedule. Man, our rest schedule is not even any better. we can't hit. You can't go anywhere else but from the bottom. We're legitimately at the bottom. The worst on rest days. This is crazy. Okay, so here we go. The Los Angeles Chargers are walking into the 2026 season with one of the toughest schedules disadvantages in the entire NFL. And it's not even being talked about enough, I feel. I've seen it online, but serious, it's Mahomes back. Is Mahomes back when you play KC? We play KC week 6. So I think Mahomes is good. There's talk Mahomes will be ready for the season, but we're going to see basically around training camp what happens and where they feel he is. I don't know, but, we'll see, Tino. Mahomes, I feel in my heart of hearts, will be back. I mean, that Kansas City offense, is it going to click with Justin Fields? No, I don't. I think Justin Fields is a Band-Aid just in case Mahomes can't play. That's what I feel. Only one game different from the – yeah, exactly. Dennis, I think 12-5 was my max, and 11 – because we've done 11 wins the last 2 years. That's why I said that. But damn, Dallas got 3 – yeah, man, that Dallas schedule Tino, see, was a little – I was talking to Derek about that, and it was a little brutal stretch. But on this here, what I'm talking about is the rest days. It was kind of crazy. According to Warren Sharp, the Chargers have the worst net rest differential in football at minus 24 days. Let that sink in for a second. Minus 24. And you look at some of these teams up here with like the Patriots and all these other teams in the green. I'd love to be in the green, but we're right down the bottom in the red. I mean, that means, of course, this season the Chargers will have significantly less recovery time than teams facing single week. I know we faced 4 teams this year that are coming just out of bye weeks, which is crazy. Right off they're coming out of the bye, we face the Chargers. I mean, how lucky are you? The rest of the team. But, it's every team's got to face this. But it absolutely sucks. They got a nasty schedule and this rest. But to me, that's a massive disadvantage in today's NFL. There's nothing I can do about it. I mean, we just have to take this as we're talking about brutal travel stretches, short week games, late arrivals, cross-country flights, physical wear and tear on the body, and very little time for players to recover, which is going to be rough. I mean, especially how the Chargers have had injuries the past 3 or 4 years. That rest is the most important. But unfortunately, we're not going to get that. I mean, and when you already play in one of the toughest divisions in football, in Kansas City, Denver improving, and the Raiders always treating the Chargers week in they treat that week like it's a Super Bowl in the division games. But this becomes a real factor into the season without the rest, I feel. This is where coaching, roster depth, conditioning, and quarterback play comes absolutely critical. I mean, keeping Justin Herbert healthy, keeping his jersey clean. We took care of that with the offensive line coming back. It's going to be but, man, this is going to be brutal on this team. But this is where the coach, as I said, the depth on the team. But honestly, the Chargers may have the talent to overcome it. I hope. But Justin Herbert is entering what could be the best season of his career with Mike McDaniel. I possibly think it's going to happen. This is going to be a hell of a run offense. The offensive line looks stronger. The weapons are more explosive. Let's hope. And the defense. But this is the schedule we got. And it's going to be tested whether the team is mentally and physically built for it. See if they're built for a playoff run. Awesome. But you can't overlook the importance of the NFL teams coming off buys. I mean, as I said, when you get 4 teams coming off a bye, it's going to be crazy. So, I mean, if the Chargers can survive this, it's going to be this gauntlet schedule and the rest days, and we could look good this season. But, it's always going to come down to the health. But as I say, I mean, the Chargers are talented on paper, but now the talent is going to be tested week in, week out with the schedule and this rest schedule too. So, to me, are they truly built to survive this adversity and become contenders? I think they are. I think this team is built tough. Harbaugh has built this team right also, so we shall see. So we shall see on that one. But on that note, I mean, there's a lot of make or break games in this schedule that will define this season. I also think the stretch games will find the Chargers season. They can either make or break this season with the schedule. I'm not using the schedule as an excuse, but I think we are built tough enough to sustain the schedule and get through this. So I'm not going to use it as an excuse. I know a lot of people are. Oh, the schedule. It is what it is. We just got to go out there, play. Hopefully we stay healthy, and that's all that matters. Now, JD, you want to pull up that prime time picture? All right, well, last year we did. We went 5-0 in prime time games. Well, this year we got 3. So the Los Angeles Chargers primetime games, all right, this year we got 3. So we proved something last year that the entire NFL had to be on notice. This team doesn't shrink under the bright lights and the big spotlight. They rise in them. And we did that. We're doing 5-0 last year. We weren't perfect last year. 5-0 in primetime games and national television. No, it's good. Big stage, big luck. But that's not the luck anymore. It's the identity of this team. We're built for these primetime games. Hey, we got 3, but hey, let's take advantage of this. I mean, we got Baltimore, the Patriots, and the San Francisco Football Giants. So it should be 49ers. San Francisco 49ers, my bad. But I don't know. I think out of all those 3 primetime games, I'm going to put it in order. I'm going to say for me, probably because I have so many rivals in the GW1, I'm going to say it's going to be the 49er game first. Then I'm going to say probably the Baltimore game. No, if I say I'll go 49ers, Patriots, then Baltimore. Because I have a lot of friends in Massachusetts, so but it's more personal when it comes to the GWN because it's a lot of back and forth banter. So I'm going to have to put that top of my list, then the Patriots second, then Baltimore third. So that would be funny, but it's all good. But I mean, week 10, we got the Ravens. Week 12, we got the Patriots, and then week 15, Thursday night against the 49ers. I'm looking forward to that game. But I mean that 49er game, it's going to be 2 physical football teams, great fan bases. We know the 49ers are going to pack SoFi Stadium in red. So I'm well aware it's going to be a red stadium. Chargers fans, it's going to be red. I know we'll probably put a lot of Chargers fans in there, but you know what? The SoFi is always outnumbered by the opponents. I hate that because I hear about it all the time, but it is what it is. We can only control the things we can, not the things we can't. So that's one thing. But I'm looking forward to this. But I mean, we showed we could do on primetime last year, 5-0. But the primetime schedule this year, I think I say it's a little tougher than last year from the teams that we had. But on that, yeah, I think we can. I like our schedule, but that 49er game does stand out to me. But it's always going to because of the guys. But now I'm looking forward to it. But JD, you want to pull up that Herbert picture for me, please? Alrighty. All right. To me, I put this one as Justin Herbert. This could be Justin Herbert's best season yet. I mean, the expectations of Mike McDaniel it's right there. We've heard everyone say, what can Justin Herbert do? And as I said last week, I feel this is where Justin Herbert can be taken, not that average quarterback, but he can go take that average to the elite status in this offense with Mike McDaniel. I feel Mike McDaniel can unlock Justin Herbert, and he's going to have a great year. I mean, expectations for 2026. How is Justin Herbert going to? Is he underrated? A lot of people say he's underrated. There's some players that say he's underrated. I mean, one of the Bills was Deion Dawkins. I remember bringing it up in one of my shows a couple months ago. He said he was underrated. That's one player that he felt was underrated in this division, in this league, was Justin Herbert. But some people think he's overrated to the extent, but I don't see that way, especially considering how poor the offensive line was last year. Now, with a play caller like Mike McDaniel running the offense, Justin Herbert is about to take another major step forward. This is my sleeper MVP candidate for 2026. It's Justin Herbert. I think the Chargers have done a phenomenal 49er fan. Yeah, Dennis, they're the 49er fans remind me to baseball like the New York Yankees of the Yankee fan base is all it's like the Cowboys also. They travel very well. The 49ers and the Cowboys, their fan base, they're probably the two best traveling teams, fan bases. And also I have to shout out to the Green Bay Packers. They travel very well. Shout out to Stay Tuned Live and the Stay Packing podcast over on the Stay Tuned Live. But no, those are the three teams that do travel well that I do know of. But man, that's one thing is those things from the Cowboys, the 49ers, and the Packers. They do travel well. But as I said, I do think with Mike McDaniel, this could be Justin Herbert's best year. I mean, we addressed the center position with Tyler Biadasz. We also got our center of the future in Jake Slaughter. So, yeah, we got rid of Bradley the Clown Bozeman. We brought in Biadasz. That's a hell of a – I mean, he was great in Washington. Justin Herbert has I know he's not Corey Lindsey, but it's better than what Justin Herbert has had the past couple seasons. So I love the signing of Biadasz. I mean, and then also bringing in Slaughter to learn from Biadasz. So it's going to be good. But we addressed the center position, improving key issues without overpaying for interior Band-Aid fixes. We know the Chargers don't like to spend money. That's our biggest thing. Spanos doesn't like, I don't know if it's Spanos or if it's just the Chargers in general. We don't like to spend money. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Lee, you got a damn good producer, bro. Amen. I couldn't ask for a better producer and a better friend. He knows me very well. He knows how I work, and I know how he works, and it's a great combination. I couldn't ask for a better producer. JD, the fella is the fella, and that's the fact. But no, to me, but I think Omari and Hampton in this offense this year is going to be very, very special. As I said earlier, I feel he's a top 5 running back in this league. Because Omari and Hampton is probably going to be Justin Herbert's best friend this year. I mean, running the ball. I mean, it's going to be a true weapon on this offense, and I believe the Chargers are going to have a phenomenal run game to go along with an even more dangerous passing attack by Justin Herbert and this offense. Quentin Johnson, Ladd McConkey, KLN. I really do. I think this offense thrives this year in many aspects. Then you add on Njoku and also Gadsden. This offense is going to be special. It's going to be a very powerful offense this year. And I feel Mike McDaniel is here for a year and then gone. But, I want to take full advantage of Justin Herbert learning, growing, and just growing. Even if it's for a year, it's going to stink. But you know what? Hey, I feel this is going to going forward. I mean, I love it. Even if it's for a year. I'm excited for this offense. I'm excited for the season. I want it to come now. But hey, we got to wait a few months. But I mean, the expectations for Chargers fans are high this year. They're high every single year. We always say this is our year. But this year, to me, stands out more. Maybe because it's the additions that we did make. We have a healthy offensive line with Slater and all coming back. And Biadasz. I'm happy that Justin Herbert's going to be protected. He was sacked 54 times last year. I got sick and tired of documenting how many times we hit, how many times we pressured. It was a lot. And it was a stat I didn't like keeping track of last year because that's my quarterback. And not how many times am I going to get hit or hurt. Or when's he get, and he, knock on wood, he was hurt, but he was able to play almost every single game. So knock on wood there. And I'm hoping this year, and he's protected and the Chargers kept clean. But no. As I said, this offense I think can be special. But I also on this next segment, I think he's going to be special this year too. JD, you want to pull up that QJ pitch? All right. Yeah. Quentin Johnson. I know I've mentioned him a lot this offseason. But I really do think Quentin Johnson's going to have a year. So I'm going to call this one Quentin Johnson finally going to become a problem. He has become a problem the past 2 years or 8 touchdowns consecutive years. I know I've mentioned QJ quite a bit. I know a lot of Chargers fans wanted him gone. I know a lot of Chargers fans are not happy that they gave him $18 million guaranteed. But the Chargers do believe that Quentin Johnson has potential. And hopefully they're banking on that potential this year by giving him that $18 million. So on that note, development finally happened in 2025. And now the rest of the NFL has to deal with Quentin Johnson. QJ turned into a legitimate deep ball weapon pause for the Chargers last season, and the numbers proved it. Not only that numbers, by proving it, it proved that, hey, I deserve that money. But if you look at the Chargers giving him $18 million, when there was other wide receivers in that class that got $27 million. So if he balls out, pause, on this year, that $18 million is a steal. That's what I look at it this way. When the other teams are paying $9 million for players that were drafted a couple of spots away from. So to me, I look at it that way. I mean, QJ turned into, on passes traveling 20-plus air yards or more, Johnson finished with 9 receptions, 316 yards, and 4 TDs. That ranks 7th in the entire NFL. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that think, I know he had a rough rookie year. I call them Butterfingers. Butterfingers actually showed me the past 2 years, hey, man, I have my haters, but I'm proving people wrong. So I know a lot of people are still not sold on him, but he has shown, hey. But what it made difference wasn't just the stats. It was the consistency from QJ week in, week out. For the first time, defenses couldn't just laugh at the vertical threat of QJ. Every single week, I mean, looked at early season last year, QJ was a nightmare. He was putting up points at the points. Touchdowns. It was every week. QJ, okay, we're doing something here. He was forcing safeties to back up, corners to panic, then defensive coordinator to adjust coverages. So that was a good thing. But now imagine the explosiveness inside a Mike McDaniel style offense in 2026 and 2027. This is where I think Q can, as I said last week, and I've said earlier, QJ thrives on yak at TCU. That's how it was. He thrived on that. Let's see what he does. I think in this McDaniel's offense, he's going to be fine. He's going to thrive. But as I said, he led the touchdowns the last 2 years. I think Ladd and QJ are going to have a great year. So on that note, but talking about one thing about Q, he's got the size, but he has to. I think when he goes up, he has to use that body pause more. I mean, not be so like he's fragile. He's got to go up there and grab it and just hold on to the ball. And I think he does. We're talking about using his size, his speed, the same way Miami weaponized explosive playmakers like Tyreek Hill in Miami with McDaniel. As I said, the formations that McDaniels is going to throw out there is going to be great. Against smaller corners and enforcing defenses to choose between protecting the deep ball pause or stopping the underneath attack. So but this is where a QJ can become dangerous, I feel. Not just as a go route receiver, but as a weapon for the Chargers. Because we're going to have Ladd, we're going to have QJ, we're going to have all the other. And I'll get to another receiver possibly towards the end of the show. But imagine Herbert hitting Quentin Johnson on deep routes, deep overs, crossovers, on play action, and fades, and bombs lots. It's going to, as I said, we didn't have a lot of, it'll come to me. A certain play, it'll come to me. Just brain fart. But it'll come to me. I mean, it's gonna be a fun year for QJ. I think it's just, there it is. It's explosive plays. We didn't have a lot of explosive plays last year. I was thinking of multiple things too far ahead. Sorry about that. But I think if we can get quite a few of explosive plays in this offense this year, this is where QJ is going to thrive. He's going to thrive in this offense and thrive in general. I think the whole offense in general. Yeah, Dennis, do I think more Trey Harris this year? I do. But we really didn't get to see too much of Trey Harris last year, to be honest with you. Yeah, we saw a glimpse of what Trey Harris can do, but I think in this offense, we possibly will see more from him. But I think, we're going to see a lot of Brennan Thompson too. I mean, we drafted him with speed, and he's going to be probably that gadget player, I think, on this offense too. But I'm looking forward to seeing how all these things plan out during camp and the positioning, like, where the depth chart and all that. It's going to be kind of fun, but I think for QJ, mainly, he's a receiver that has size, right? And he has speed. and if he can figure certain things out, I think he's going. As I said, he's going to thrive in this offense. And I think QJ will be fine. I think this offense in general is going to be a beautiful thing to watch this year. I'm looking forward to it, not just as a Chargers fan, but as a fan of football in general. I'm looking forward to seeing all these expectations that are being put out there for the Chargers offense. Can these expectations be met and exceeded? So it's going to be looking fun. I mean, and if all these things work for QJ, we may have found the vertical field tilter that's been searching for a while. I mean, but if Quentin Johnson takes another leap in 2026, this offense goes from a dangerous, explosive one to a completely different level. And hopefully QJ does, but he's basically playing for another contract too. Is it going to be with the Chargers or is it going to be with someone else? We shall see. That's all what's going to happen because he was guaranteed $18 million this year on that fifth-year option. So we shall see what happens on that. Now, JD, you want to pull up that next picture, the AFC juggernaut? All right, then. All right, this is segment 7. Now, could the Chargers become an AFC juggernaut? Well, we could. We have a brutal schedule, but if you want to be a juggernaut and a team to beat, you got to have to get through that schedule and become a juggernaut and show, hey, we belong here. So the biggest question for me, the Chargers heading into comes down to health and protection up front for Justin Herbert. Can Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, and Tyler Biadasz stay healthy for a full season? I hope so, because Justin Herbert's going to need this. Because if that offensive line holds up, it has the potential to become an absolute juggernaut in the AFC, I feel. And when you really look at the roster from top to bottom for the Los Angeles Chargers, the quarterback, the coaching, the weapons, the defense, and now the offensive system with Mike McDaniel. And now, you put all that together, you start talking about a legitimate Super Bowl caliber team. Or should I say 8? I'm going to say first, say playoff. But I'm reaching for the stars this year. I think this offense could be special. I think we can go far. But we'll take one step at a time, though, this year. I have high hopes. But we always have high hopes every single year. But that's just not hype anymore. That's a reality. I feel this offense could be very special. I've said it many times. But that's interesting to me is looking at the betting markets. Right, according to DraftKings, the Chargers are sitting around plus 1,600 to win the Super Bowl. Now look at the teams ahead of them, around them in the odds. You got the Rams that are currently viewed as the Super Bowl favorites, followed by teams like Seattle, Baltimore, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and Kansas City. But there's where I think things get really interesting, to be honest with you. Kansas City still has equal or better odds than the Chargers in a lot of sports books, and honestly, that doesn't make much sense to me right now, to be honest with you. You're talking about a Mahomes just coming off a major injury. Also, the Chiefs are dealing with questions entering the season, including the uncertainty around the Mahomes is going to be fully ready for the season, week 1, which I think he's going to be. Then they're also facing a tougher overall schedule. Meanwhile, the Chargers are ascending. So, hey, but as I said, other teams in our division did get nasty schedules too. I did see the Chiefs got a bad one too, but we are all dealt that. But this team has already been competitive despite offensive line injuries and inconsistencies last year. There was a lot of inconsistencies last year for the Chargers, I felt. Now you add, as I said, Mike McDaniel's creativity into the offense, something we never had last year. What's the team not saying? Vegas doesn't follow the talent. They follow exactly. They follow that money, Tino. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And it's always going to be, yeah, you're right there. I agree with you. Oh, they're always going to, who's made me the most money? Mahomes, yeah. They're going to suck. Yeah, but I think we'll find out, But, I mean, I feel this team is already competitive despite the offensive line and the addition. But this offense could explode if possible, That's why I keep saying Justin Herbert is one of my sleeper MVP picks this year. I mean, candidates heading into 26. If this offense line stays healthy, if Slater all dominate the edges the way we expect them to do, and if Beyondich stabilizes the middle of that line, the Chargers team has everything needed to make a deep playoff run. Pause. And honestly, I think people across the league and now just know how dangerous this team could become. And I really do think it could be a special year for this offense. Just got to stay healthy. It's the Chargers' biggest curse. The last 4 years, it's been health. And to me, I hope we can stay healthy, but I like what we've done with the additions, the depth, and all that kind of stuff. So, but all right, JD, you mind pulling up that cheat code? I know, the deep ball pause. All righty. I'll call this segment Herbert's Deep Ball is a Cheat Code. Pause. Okay. Now I pull this up. When you look at what Justin Herbert did as a vertical passer in 2025, it moves the line. Yeah, exactly, Tino. When you look at what Herbert did in 20, it's everything about the ceiling of this Chargers offense heading to 2026. We're talking about a quarterback that quietly demanded one of the most dangerous downfield throwers in all of football last year. 714 passing yards, 8 TDs, just 2 interceptions, and a 112.8 passing rating. And despite all the inconsistencies around him at times, offensively, he still finished with the 10th most deep passing yards in the entire NFL. Pause. That's elite production. As I said, elite. And as I said, that's what Justin Herbert will be this year. And that's what makes Herbert so special. If he doesn't just have arm strength, it's a lot of quarterbacks can throw it that far. Herbert throws one of the best deep ball paws in football because of the combination of timing, anticipation, and placement, and the velocity. Defenses can play everything right, but you can still beat over the top. And then there's the scary part for the rest of the league. The second the Chargers started attacking vertically, defenses became stressed at every level. And just think of what he can do in this offense with Mike McDaniel. I mean, the schemes are going to be crazy. It's going to be a fun year to watch. But that's not what makes this offense so dangerous heading into 2026. To me, the offensive line holds up constantly, and the Chargers fully lean into an aggressive vertical system. Herbert has the ability to completely change games on 2 or 3 throws. Excuse me. So you can't play single high coverage all the time against him comfortably. You can't blitz recklessly. And if defenses start dropping the extra defenders' deep paws, that opens up everything underneath. And that's going to be wonderful. That's why Herbert is still one of the most terrific quarterbacks in football when he's allowed to attack. Because Justin Herbert starts hunting explosive plays, the Chargers offense becomes almost impossible to defend. And I'm going to say it again and again. This is going to be a special year with Mike McDaniel. And I want to take full advantage. And I think Herbert's going to take full advantage. Come on. As Mike McDaniel said in his press conference I mentioned last week, he was expecting Herbert to take 3 to 4 weeks to learn. He learned it in 3 to 4 days. And I think it's going to be a good year for us. I really do like this. I mean, we're going to keep defenses on their toes this year, but we're also going against great quarterbacks this year also. And high-scoring offenses. If it's the Rams, it's the Ravens, it's Chiefs, etc. The Texans. We got a brutal schedule, but we got a lot of elite quarterbacks on our schedule. Josh Allen also. So on that note, JD, you want to pull up this? I found this picture the other day, and Melvin Gordon. All right. We know former Charger Melvin Gordon. He had this to say about Justin Herbert. I know he's going to get it done. He's going to get us a ring. I agree with you, Melvin Gordon. He's going to get us a ring. But, man, that was a bold statement to put out there. But, hey, These players say one of the things they believe in Justin Herbert. They think he can get it done. I think he can get it. But honestly, that statement says a lot, though. This coming from someone who's been inside that building, seen elite talent up close, and understands what separates good quarterbacks from truly special ones. I feel Justin Herbert is a special quarterback. He is. He is a good. Herbert has always had the arm talent, the leadership, the toughness. We saw his toughness week in, week out last year. And the ability to make throw on the field. The problem has never really been Herbert. It's been timing, health, roster balance, and inconsistency and expectations in big moments. I think Justin Herbert is going to face a lot of big moments this year and a lot of big games. And you got to show it. You got to show it. In these big games, prove it. But because when you look around the NFL, winning a Super Bowl isn't just about having a superstar quarterback. Plenty of great quarterbacks never win one. There's many quarterbacks like Dan Marino. There's other quarterbacks out there that haven't won one. But sometimes everyone has to connect the perfect moment. That's why I think this aligning with Mike McDaniel could be a special year. The coaching staff, the defense, the offensive line, the health of the roster is going to be a brutal thing this year. I'm hoping for a healthy year, man. That's all I'm hoping. But late in the season, because of the schedule, the rest schedule, all that kind of stuff comes into play this year. That's what Melvin Gordon means when he says the stars need to align. All these things, the health, everything has to come together. Now with Jim Harbaugh bringing together tougher identity, the Chargers investing heavily in the trenches this offseason and in the draft. Herbert entering the prime of his career, this might really be the era where things start to fall into place for Justin Herbert. And if they do, Herbert absolutely has the talent to bring the Chargers their first Lombardi trophy, I feel, in franchise history in the next couple of years. I really do think the way this team is ascending, the way this team is being built, we have a chance to lift that trophy. If it's not this year, I feel it's coming. And mark my words. You can clip that. I feel a Lombardi trophy in Los Angeles Chargers is coming. May not be this year, but I feel it is coming. I feel, we're there. We're ascending each year, but I feel it is coming. So we shall see what happens. Now, I know all these teams, each year, they put out a scheduled video. So, JD, you want to put out that schedule release video, please? All right. Well, actually, I put this out on my TikTok, and it broke the internet for the Chargers. It actually broke my TikTok record. I actually did about 2,500 views the last time I saw it on this. But so the Los Angeles Chargers trolled out their yearly troll video for the schedule. We know, as I say, I had a lot of comments I had to reply back to. They said, well, the Chargers were good at one thing. They won something for a change. I replied back and said, yep, you're right there. When it comes to this every single year, they always win. Well, great. But my reply back was, can what we did with this video do this in the field? Win on the field. I don't want to win a stupid release video. I want to win this damn Super Bowl. I'll talk about this video. So the 2026-2027 Chargers video was it was elite. They trolled several teams. Come on. From trolling NFL teams like the Vrabel jokes, the C.J. Stroud shots, the Buffalo Bill references was wild for me. I kind of laughed at that one. And then you got the San Francisco 49ers substation moment. Shout out to the 49er gang. Don't get me wrong. I think it was funny, but this substation stuff, it was just that. Nothing else, JD. Nothing else more. Hey, I don't want this. I know last year I had a little thing with Bones. Don't worry. That ain't going to happen this year. Staying far away from that. I'm not going to jinx my team, nor am I going to jinx your team, buddy. So don't have to worry about that this year. But I thought it was a funny video. It was a Halo video. I mean, the whole thing was pure chaos, I thought. The best way possible. It was creative. It was funny. It was unhinged. And somehow it was cold. Trolling with teams. But no wonder it was a Halo-inspired video. But hey, it was fun. But hey, something our social media does. They always do these wild videos. But As for some news and notes for the Chargers, both Chargers OC Mike McDaniel and assistant GM Chad Alexander will reportedly take part in the NFL's revamped acceleration program this week, which already took place, I believe. I saw them on TV. Now, Joe Ortiz said on Thursday, I mentioned earlier, about another wide receiver for the Chargers. Well, Joe Ortiz said yesterday that the door is open for Keenan Allen to return to the Chargers. He cannot be a Chief, cannot, and this was on the Up and Adams show, so we shall see on that one. But the Chargers did announce several coaching promotions. Was Steve Kling was the defensive passing game coordinator and DB's coach. Shane Day, offensive passing game coordinator, QB coach. Mike Ellison, defense run game coordinator and /DL coach. Josh Harmon, assistant wide receiver coach and special teams coach. Mike Hastan, defensive run game specialist. And the team also added Gerard James, Jimmy, and Bo Snuggs and Alex. But personally, the one that stood out to me most was the Shane Day. It's honestly, I felt it's like an internal hire, OC watch for McDaniel if he leaves next year. Shane Day has been with Herbert and has a lot of continuity with Herbert. So he has a good relationship with Herbert. He had the title promotion to passing game coordinator this year, but spent 2 years in San Fran with Shanahan and Mike McDaniel. All things would probably fit if you're looking for an OC next year. He could be a name we could hire as the OC. I shall see. That's just a guess of mine. But I do want to give out a couple shout outs to 3 people. If you're a lot of people are rocking with me, if it's on X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I just want to truly appreciate each and every single one of you for the constant love and support you all give me in my posts, comments, etc. Also, let me make sure that you all go out and check out some amazing Chargers creators putting out great content daily. Shout out to my guy Jay over at the Charged Up Podcast, which is at Charged Up Podcast on TikTok. And you can clip this, JD, this section. But also to Booga Peters, both Blitz on YouTube. Make sure to check out. He puts out daily content, also with other Chargers creators. Great content. Love watching the show. Make sure to check out Bolt Blitz on YouTube. Great stuff. Great content. And I got to give my last shout out to the best producer, the fella, backstage, JD. Make sure to check out his Heart to Start YouTube channel. That's Heart 2 Start on YouTube. He puts out great videos, great fantasy content, and great fantasy videos. I will say he put out the best videos this year of owning his things from last year, owning up to the good things and to the bad things. The fella puts out amazing videos from fantasy content, nothing else. So I highly recommend sub up to the Heart to Start podcast, also Bold Splits, and check out my boy Jay over on TikTok, Charged Up Podcast. Great content, all 3. But on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning in for Season 2, Episode 6. And I appreciate everyone. Yeah. But I want to shout out also to neonpeacockmerch.com. Make sure to head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Take full advantage of the final days of the sale that ends the 26th at 5 p.m. Central Time. $13.99 tees, 40% off everything. Great stuff all around. I mean, I can't really tell you. I know Peacock put out a new Ears to the Street shirt. I know he put out our GWN Vegas draft shirt. There's several things on over there. There's not a thing you can't find that you're not going to enjoy. And if not, you can always reach out to me, and I can put you in contact with Peacock. He puts out great work. I mean, if you want a custom shirt made, he can put it together for you in not long. If you just ask me, I'll get you the information, and Peacock can put it together for you. But as I said, head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Take full advantage of the sale to the 26th at 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And on that note, I wish everyone has a wonderful weekend and Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy. Be safe. God bless. Bolt up. and I'll tune in to next Friday, and I'll bring another fine episode for y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good one. Thank you, JD. Shout out to the whole GWN crew, fellas. Vegas very soon, guys. Let's go.
Hey, we'll be back in a couple hours for the UFL stream.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a UFL game. We're doing triple duty today.
We on 3 streams a day, y'all, so don't forget about that, Lee.
Yo, thank you to the fella backstage.
The
man, the producer, the myth, the legend, the 49er. Gang, bang, Niner gang.
No, now you see you fucking it up. You fucking
bang,
it up.
Bang, Niner gang.
You had a hell of a show, and you want to fuck it up at the end.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Here we go right there. We're going to see y'all in a minute. I hate to steal your show. My bad, big bro.
All right, man. Thank you, JD.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Game plan sick, target under the weather. You know what we doing? I need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like with Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Kerry. I'm the cold true Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything movie, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Baskin Robbins shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Everything on me. Yeah, tell him Bogart scot-free. Lottie-dottie, he like to potty. Fuck with blow shoot, trolling 5 Molly. Card I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips, moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over, made it far, cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on the cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke, then you can't talk. Play a never-ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all places getting scraped, pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, tower pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, ma, no hands, telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.